Hi, it's Alyssa Sequoia here. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. I've named this the Let It Flow Show. I'll be sharing stories, experiences, thoughts, and ideas, and just whatever flows through in the moment. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And now it's time for the Let It Flow Show.
My husband loves having a TV. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even own one. Honestly, because I don't even know how to work it. It's too complicated. I don't understand what the fuck happened. But turning a television on, finding something to watch is just become incredibly complicated. So he loves it. He's into it. It's like total pacification for him. You know, I get it. We grew up watching great stuff on TV. So he'll have the TV on and I'll be there. And every time he hits the mute button, it means commercials on. Liz, look away. That's my cue. When he hits the mute button, and he'll say it. He'll be like, commercial, look away. But every once in a while, my eye catches what's on the screen, and it's disturbing. When I see commercials for cruise ships going into the Arctic, breaking up polar ice caps, people on the cruise ship drinking, listening to loud music, drinking alcohol, laughing, eating, the cruise ships dumping garbage overboard. You know that's what they do. You know their sewage goes right in the water. Their garbage, they just dump right in the water. All cruise ships do that. So these people are taking cruises in these giant ships that are continuously breaking up these polar ice caps, turning the fucking place into a slushy, and the place is already suffering. It's already suffering, adding insult to injury, and just that unconsciousness, right? I mean, people have been breaking up polar ice caps for God, I don't know how long, with the nuclear-powered submarines that the military and the Navy have been going in there since I don't know when. Honestly, I don't even know when. But we've been turning that place into a slushy. And we realize how delicate and how fragile it is. So when I see this unconsciousness and these advertisements for these cruise ships and these people just unconsciously going to these very endangered, hurting places, drinking alcohol and partying it up, it's disturbing to me. The next commercial, vision goggles, virtual reality headgear. Really? Do you know what a fucking idiot you look like? As someone who practices mindfulness and presence, this is the exact opposite. It's like saying fuck you to the creator for a chance at life here. Vision goggles. Really? I mean, look, I have a phone. I do. And that is a screen in front of my face. It is. But I still have the periphery. I still have space between my face and the phone. A lot of space. And I don't use my phone much anymore. I still have the periphery. But there are some people, and they're advertising it, promoting it, that are just like, fuck it. I'm out. I don't want the periphery. I'm just going to strap the whole shit onto my head. Onto my face and head, right? And I think if you're gonna go there, I think that says a lot. You know what that says? I'd rather live in a virtual reality world than this world. And that's great information. You know what would be great? Let's gather them all up. Let's gather all these vision goggle, virtual reality goggle wearing people and put them in space. Let's go live in your virtual reality. They'll just be floating around in space, bumping into each other like space junk, acting out their virtual shit. They won't even know. That's the great thing. They won't even know. They won't even know. Because you know what? There's too many people on the planet. There's too many fucking people on the planet. So, Elon, gather them up, man. Get your fucking rocket, go to your new stars that you put up in space, and get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck up off this earth. And bring all these vision goggle wearing motherfuckers with you. I'm all about solutions. Boom. Done. Let's clean this place up. 'Cause some of us are trying to stay present and conscious and appreciate what is here, what is real right now. The beauty and wonder of this most incredible creation of Earth. We're here to experience it in a sober way and honor it and be present to it because life is so precious.
Ready to give up time, reminding me I'm going nowhere, nowhere. Ready to give up my mind, too many thoughts taking me nowhere, nowhere. Ready to give up my life, sorry I've taken up your time, but one thing that I want to know, can anybody ever really see my mind? See my mind, see my mind. See la da dee, la da dee, la da dee, la da da dee. Unafraid, my trusting hand, outstretched to be, let my mouth open to be fed, the food of you. There is peace in my revival. Through my eyes I see the world like a child, acting like a child. You took me on high roads and down mountains, but one thing that I want to know, is it all poetic irony, poetry in irony, life's poetry. Say la da dee, la da dee, la da dee, la da da dee. I'm nowhere, nowhere. I'm nowhere, nowhere. I'm now here, now here. I am now here. I'm 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 here. I'm
was watching this show called Heroes. It's on CNN. It's once a year. The 2022 Heroes, CNN on YouTube. You can find it. And this show is like the good news. It celebrates people, a handful of people that are out there in this world doing incredible acts of kindness and generosity and have this unstoppable, inexhaustible energy to change, to fix, to heal, utilizing everything they are, everything they have to make better. So it's only on once a year because, it's a good news show. You can't have good news only but once a year, right? That's it. That's it. You just get to hear good news and learn about good people doing good things once a year. That's it. Done. Back to the bad news. Everything bad. All bad news all the time. The news. I can't watch. I obviously don't watch the news, right? I'm allergic to it. Highly allergic to the news. Can't stand those creepy, weird news reporters like coming up the worst, most horrible shit you've ever heard in your life. And there's nothing you can do about it. We'll be right back after these terrifying commercials from drug companies, cruise ships, and vision goggles. Right? No, thank you. So CNN Heroes. But it's crazy because you learn about what each one of these people's doing. And it's like so humbling and profound and amazing. And then they have to get judged. It's actually, you know what it is? It's another judging show. It's almost like a cooking competition. At the end, they pick a hero and the hero gets like $10,000. 10 G's. Really? That's it? They get more money on baking championships, on baking competitions. 10 grand for dedicating your life to make this world a better place. That's it. That's all you get. Meanwhile, we're spending billions upon billions for NASA, for military, flying people into fucking space. For what? This world needs us here, now, present, making it better. So that's it. They have to be judged. It's just unbelievable.
So TV shows are fucking nuts, huh? There's like a bunch of judging shows. Everybody's got to be judged, right? Models, dancers, chefs, magicians, and oh yes, even animals. They must be judged. That's right. I saw it on Animal Planet. There is a show where these cute little animals come out and do tricks, and there's a panel of judges, like these washed up actors from some 80s sitcoms. They're all heavily injected and medicated. And this adorable parrot comes out wearing a lovely cape and some very special birdie booties, does a fantastic tap dance, and for the grand finale jumps through a hoop of fire, then hops back onto its owner's finger, all out of breath and panicked, awaiting its score, like. And then, like Danny Bonaducci is like, I wasn't feeling the passion here. And the choreography is dated. Just last week we had a parrot in here doing pop and lock and hip hop. I'm gonna have to give her a 4. And this parrot, she's so devastated. She's like, starts ripping her own feathers out like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are you giving me the sign that it's time for me to go?
Your time's up.
Okay, Clayton, thanks. Hey guys, thanks a lot. My name's Alyssa. It's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
I'm watching this, and two of the people really, really stood out to me. One is like an 11-year-old boy, Indian American boy from New Jersey, who started an organization called Recycle My Battery. His name, Nahil Tamana, a fifth grader, started an initiative about recycling batteries, and he's just about spreading awareness and making the earth a better place for mankind. So Recycle My Battery, it's a nonprofit organization that him and his cousin from Delaware started in August 2019. And how if you throw batteries in the garbage and they wind up in landfills or wherever, the battery acid leaks out. It's one of the most caustic, toxic substances on the planet. And he alone, 11-year-old boy, is taking this on. So that really blew my mind. And then another woman, Deborah Vines, who is based in Chicago, had a son with severe autism and nonverbal, non-functional. Her child was completely dangerous to himself, and she had no means to learn how to handle this. So she actually became addicted to drugs and then went to prison. And when she got out of prison and got herself clean, she created an organization to help people who have children with autism. And to this day, she now teaches the police force about autism, how to act with people with autism so there are no terrible mistakes made, how to identify if somebody has autism, how to handle the situation, how to deal with. So she turned it around. After she went to prison, she got clean and she realized her mission. It's just incredible. So she created an organization called The Answer, Inc. It's a nonprofit that supports families in underserved communities who've been impacted by autism. She has provided programming and guidance to more than 4,000 families in the Chicago area. And she has these support groups. So these parents can come and be with each other and talk and cry and build community and strength and be seen and heard about their struggle. And it is just, okay, so boom, amazing.
graves, and I feel the tears of God as nature's taken away. I wanna say to all the sad ones, it can be as good as you imagine. I wanna say to all the sad ones, it can be as good as you imagine. I'm raging for an awakening. Open your eyes to the state of living. A billion spent every day on defense, when billions more go hungry, struggling for existence. I wanna say to all the sad ones, it can be as good as you imagine. I wanna say to all the sad ones, it can be as good as you imagine. Little boys with their armies and missiles like toys, they're still playing Indians and cowboys. Government built on lies and sin, all playing a game called May the Richest Man Win.
I go to my gratitude. Go to my gratitude for what's good right here, right now. Just have to go to my gratitude for everything I do have, for everything that is present. Life is present. You know, I'm sober. I've been sober for years. It's funny being sober, right? Because you know, your social life changes. Going out for a drink with a friend is like, hey, you want to go out and get a glass of water sometime, right? Let's have a party and get lots of water. Let's meet up for a nice, cool glass of water sometime, huh? Right? I'm like an alcoholic. Water. That's my jam. But I have to be sober. I have to be present for this life while I have it. Can I get judgy? Can I get judgy here for a minute? Is that okay? But I do not appreciate people using their celebrity to promote alcohol. I don't appreciate that. If you have talent, you're a creative person, you're, in the public eye, I don't understand why you'd want to promote something as toxic as alcohol. There's so many people struggling with alcoholism, with addiction, whose lives have been lost or taken from alcohol, and who look up to celebrities. So I just don't appreciate that. And I don't get that. I used to be a pescatarian. I used to eat fish, and I can no longer eat fish in good conscience. I can no longer eat fish when I think about how polluted our oceans and rivers and lakes have become. How overfished our oceans and rivers and lakes are. How species of fish are dying. Salmon is a dying species. It's overfished. Fish are loaded with toxins and chemicals and heavy metals, and they're suffering. Life in our oceans is suffering. I can't do it, man. I can't eat fish anymore. So I return to the land. So I get my protein from turkey, which is my favorite. And it makes sense to me because there are wild turkeys around here where I live. So I feel that is a native species that I have a connection. I see it. I get it. I give thanks for it. I honor it. It's local. It's wild. It's sustainable. I don't eat chicken. I don't even get chicken. I don't even get the vibe or the energy of chicken. People eat chicken like it's just nothing. Like it's like a food group. It's just, but where are these chickens from? Where do they even originate? They're not from around here. I don't vibe with chicken. It's also very inflammatory. It's got a lot of omega-6. But, we're not from around here, right? People, we're not even from around here, right? People are like, you think there's UFOs? You think there's life on other planets? You think there's aliens out there? Yes. Hello, we're the aliens. We are not from around here. We don't have fur. We don't have feathers. We don't have scales. Okay? Look what we've done with the place. Look what we fucking done with the place. You don't see animals trashing the joint, polluting it, causing destruction. Where are the aliens, man? Look at all those cave paintings, ancient rock paintings. They're all, from the Aboriginals to the Aztecs and the Egyptians and, from millions of years ago. And they all depict the same scenes of aliens being dropped off here from ships. Because there's a real gray area from when we were Neanderthals to when we're upright and wearing clothes and shit. There's a little gray area there. But here we are. So I meditate. And in my meditation, I breathe deeply in, breathing love into every cell of my being. And exhaling, feeling the release of tension as I breathe out and breathe in love to every cell of my being. And I visualize myself as a vessel for mankind, as I feel the importance of being in this energetic state of peace and love for all mankind, peace on earth. And I feel it wholly, vibrationally inside of me, threading out into where it's most needed, thinking about people displaced, in pain, in hospitals, in prisons. I breathe love and create this love and peace flowing from my breath to reach all I can, far and wide energetically. Just acknowledging the power of energy. Allowing all to soften in me. Release my jaw. Release the grip of control. Acknowledging the unseen relationships we have with the earth, with the trees. The trees filter and purify the air we breathe. They emit oxygen that we breathe, and it nourishes our cells. And as we breathe out, we are in turn feeding the trees. And it's so important to acknowledge our relationship with the trees. Our air purifiers, our friends, and cooling system. This is a very deep, loving connection and life support the trees provide. And when I breathe, I think about connecting my outer world to my inner world and creating a harmony. And just whole body breathing, nourishing every cell. And then it's like I practice dying, right? I practice like just dematerializing, just seeing myself evaporate, melt down into the earth. And then rematerializing, infusing my being, my essence, with so much love. And it feels incredible. I love doing guided meditation. So I was talking to my friend about doing a guided meditation, maybe here at my house, with a writer's group, or maybe we'll get a studio somewhere. I was doing guided meditation for a group of nurses during the pandemic at a little studio in my town, and it was really, really wonderful. I would go into it as deep as they would. You know, we went to a zone. Sometimes there were a lot of tears, and sometimes it took a minute for people to come back. It took a minute. If you enjoy this podcast, let a friend know. Feel free to write a review. Let me know your thoughts. Wish you presence, blessings, sobriety, and gratitude. Peace.
So that's a wrap for the Let It Flow show. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Alyssa Sequoia, and until next time, take care. For more information about where to find me, go to alyssa360.com. That's ALYSSA360.com. Much love and peace.